The votes have been counted and the races are officially over, and Colorado has turned from a purple state to a red one. Hi, I'm Brynn Carmen.
And I'm Patrick Enslow. Thanks for tuning in to CTV News.
Hickenlooper can sit right back down in his governor's chair as he has officially won the race against challenger Bob Beaupre. The race lasted throughout the night and votes were counted all day today. Hickenlooper slid to the top, beating Beaupre by 0.4%. A revote could be considered since Hickenlooper did not win by more than 0.5.
Brynn, the governor's race wasn't the only exciting one.
Yeah.
The senator's race kept everyone on their toes for a while.
Absolutely, Patrick. The race between Cory Gardner and Mark Udall was so close to start out with, but Gardner did pull out in front and took Senate from Udall.
Yeah, the race got quite a bit of attention nationally. I know personally I saw it on Twitter from the Huffington Post before anything else, and it was pretty interesting.
It really was, yeah. The Republicans have won the race for the first time in 36 years. Udall was senator for the past 6 years. It'll be interesting to see the dynamic change. Another change in the race was the 7-point spread was the U.S. House District 2. Jared Polis, beating challenger George Ling, will be serving in the House again. Polis' watch party was held at Fort Collins night at Avogadro's number.
With campaign season ending, this means no more people harassing you across campus or online attack ads. I was able to catch up with the Larimer County Democrats as they eagerly awaited the results of the 2014 Colorado elections. Reporting from Avogadro's number for the 2014 Larimer County Democratic Watch Party. Many in attendance have had mixed reviews as Democratic candidates in the state of Colorado are facing an uphill climb. With most popular being Mark Udall, as he has just lost to Cory Gardner. Many in attendance, as you can expect, were not pleased with this outcome.
It's disappointing. I mean, that was a huge race, you know, as far as the nation goes and the U.S. Senate. But it was kind of not to be expected. I mean, we were all working hard and really, you know, on the ground, knocking on doors and trying to, you know, get the word out about Udall. But I mean, it just sort of showed that the polls were accurate this year. You know, he came into election night a little bit behind, and that was sort of the trend from September on. And you know, it just a lot of the television ads. I mean, it was just tough.
Many Democrats were pleased with the outcome of local races in Congress, District 52 and District 53.
Well, when it comes to the local and state races, it's been very good. Everyone is pretty excited about Jenny and Joanne winning, and Kathy came in a close second in the county commissioner race. But in terms of the Udall and Gardner race, as you can imagine, the Larimer County Democrats are a little bit depressed.
Joanne Janol is excited to represent District 52 for Fort Collins, but recognizes that her work is cut out for her.
Federal issues and with the federal seats, and the people have spoken on not just the voting for individuals, but also for all the ballot issues as well. So I'm very proud to be a representative for House District 52 again, and be there for another 2 years representing and being the voice of everyone in Fort Collins.
Patrick Enslow, CTV News. In attendance as well before leaving for a Denver watch party. Developing today, Fort Collins police have made a second arrest in the case involving people breaking into cars.
That's right, and stealing police rifles. This occurred October 24th. They have recovered the 2 missile rifles. Denver resident Wesley Aaron Sarton has been arrested and charged with first-degree criminal trespass and theft. The first suspect arrested was Carlos Javier Chavez, who was originally charged with first-degree criminal trespass. The case is still under investigation. If you have any information, please contact the police. The owner of Illegal Pete's has refused to change the name of his Fort Collins store. He passionately wrote in his blog today explaining the history behind the name. Illegal Pete's is named after the owner. The Fort Collins location is the first to give the owner trouble about the name. With the possibility of renewing Hughes Stadium, the public is being invited to tour the facility and see what changes are planning to be made. Hours are being held at 1 o'clock on November 18th.
This is a Tuesday. Tours will be for 4 people at a time. If you miss the time slot, don't fret. More tours will be scheduled. You must register to get on the tour. You can do that by emailing ramtracks@colostate.edu. Breaking news right now, CSU just held an executive session to impeach Senator Kwan Yearbury. They have halted their discussion for tonight after asking reporters to leave. The reporters just left, and the meeting is continuing the impeachment process. Stay with Collegian.com for more updates.
Hey Austin, how are you tonight?
Hey, good, Patrick and Brynn. How are you guys doing too?
Good.
Yeah,
Good. It was warm out there. What's the weather looking like?
Really good, actually. You know, it's been warm the last few days, and we're looking at some pretty nice conditions tonight as well. Outside right now, actually, we'll show a viewer pic first. A couple viewers really enjoying the day today. It's been like this for the last few days, really. This is one of our viewers, Janae1123, sent us this picture today. Look at this blue sky looking out from the Laurie Student Center this afternoon. Just absolutely beautiful the last few days, really, and we have some friends returning as well in this picture. The geese have made the return to Colorado State University, and they'll be sticking around for the next few months. This picture was taken on the west lawn at CSU today. Right now, outside our studio, 42 degrees, mostly clear skies. Really, just continuing what we saw today, a slow cool down into this evening. Winds picked up a little bit just from the northwest at 5, so coming down from the north like that, we bring a little bit of cool air, and about feels like 37 right now. You're going to need that jacket tonight as you head out. Here's what you're looking at over the next 3 hours. If you have plans to maybe be out a little bit late, studying at the library, have a late night job, 36 by midnight, sticking with mostly clear skies. We'll fall into the upper 20s tonight, so it's going to be quite a cool one. Bring that jacket along, and you're going to need one tomorrow as well. I'll have more on tomorrow and the rest of the week, and a major event on the way. That's all coming up here in about a minute or two. Back to you, Patrick and Brynn.
Thank you, Austin. Safeway in Old Town is about to get a facelift. A Loveland company just bought the Safeway Plaza for a whopping $8.8 million. The Loveland company plans to revamp the building, but promises that no major construction will need to be done.
Heart disease prevention is becoming more necessary. The program at CSU is helping students to understand more about disease prevention.
My name is Brady Anderson. I'm a graduate teaching assistant here. I work in the heart disease prevention program with Tiffany Lipsey.
All right, good job, John.
I work for the heart disease prevention program, which is an outreach program of our department. It allows people to go through and basically find out where they are related to their heart disease risk factors and be able to do something about them. The reason why that's important is it's the #1 killer of people in the United States.
So just try to be as still as possible underwater for as long as you possibly can and make sure you blow all that air out.
I actually did my undergrad degree here in health and exercise sciences.
Nice job, John.
I was very impressed with the whole department, the professors and faculty, and the program in general. So I decided to go ahead and apply for the program and got accepted in the fall of 2009.
On 1 more minute of walking and then we're gonna get you running, okay?
And that's what we're looking for, is we want people to be excited about their study, what they're studying, and be able to feel like this isn't work, this is play, because it's fun, it's interesting, and that's what we want. We want people to kind of develop that sense of curiosity and wonder and be able to take that with them.
The students have been working hard to find different ways to decrease heart disease, specifically in the Fort Collins community. For those of you guys who don't know this, Patrick is actually from Alaska, and Alaska is about to get hit with the largest storm ever recorded. Scary.
We'll tell you how it started and what the impact will be right after the break. Stay with us.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Welcome back from the break. A very strong storm is forecast to develop in Alaska, Bering Sea on Friday. Tropical Storm Nuri is currently off the east coast of Japan. It is expected to move northeast and rapidly strengthen as it approaches Alaska. The Aleutian Islands and Bering Sea will be the strongest hit. According to Ocean Prediction Center, the storm is extremely dangerous and will produce phenomenal waves up to 50 feet. Although not classified as a hurricane, it may produce winds over 75 miles per hour. This could be the strongest low-pressure system ever recorded near Alaska. Flights from North America to Asia will likely be diverted or delayed. Austin Harley is now back. How do you feel about this storm, Austin?
It's pretty impressive, Patrick and Brynn.
Yeah.
I mean, we're looking at the biggest storm ever recorded in recorded history for Alaska.
And from where you're from.
I know, I got to get on the phone, call my parents.
Yeah, right. You said you're from Anchorage, though, right, Patrick?
Yeah. So hopefully they'll be
Right.
protected.
Anchorage looks like it's going to be pretty well okay, but I know Brynn just mentioned the Aleutian Islands and the west coast of Alaska going to get it pretty hard. Some 50-foot waves and hurricane-strength winds. So pretty crazy for Alaska.
Yeah.
Hey, a little bit here, though. That'll bring some stuff to us later this week. But for now, if we look out for tomorrow, certainly not going to see any way in the storm here yet in Colorado. We're going to look at 41 degrees tomorrow, 9 a.m., plenty of sunshine. And then by noon, we'll see a couple of clouds build in and into the afternoon as well. 61 degrees tomorrow, a bit above normal, so a nice day. You'll want to bring that jacket tomorrow as you're heading out the door. Grab a sweatshirt or a jacket for the morning, but by the afternoon, you may be able to ditch that with that 61 degrees and the partly cloudy sky. Should be a pretty nice day again tomorrow, just a couple of degrees warmer than today. As we look through what we could be seeing over the next few days, that system we talked about for Alaska, of course, is not on the map. It's up to the far northwest, but the big deal is this high pressure right now. So this is resting over the central U.S. That will continue to bring us very nice conditions over the next at least 4 to 5 days before way up north we'll get polar air pulled down from Canada, and it will be arctically cold, and that will arrive looks like about Tuesday next week. Here's your 5-day forecast. Not quite on this yet. Thursday and Friday, like I said, still very nice conditions. A bit of a cool front will back into the area on Saturday. That'll cool us back to about normal for this time of year. Still nothing too crazy. Then for the weekend, beautiful. The game on Saturday, 58 degrees, perfect fall weather for that. Just a couple of passing clouds. Sunday, plenty of sunshine, 64 degrees. Monday will be the last nice day before that cool air arrives, 65 then. Tuesday through Friday next week could be very cool, 20s and 30s possible, as well as some snow. We'll keep you updated on that, and we'll have more on social media as well. Patrick and Brynn, back to you. And Patrick, tell your mom and dad, buckle down.
Will do, Austin. Thank you so much. Olivia Landis is up next with all of your sports updates.
And we got an exclusive interview with an author who went to CSU. Stay tuned, everyone.
The next 30 seconds can save you a lot of money. Just do your laundry in cold and stick to full loads. Auto-sleep your computers. Plug your gadgets in a power strip and switch it off when you're done. Headed out? Turn back your thermostat by 10 degrees. And drive sensibly. The more energy you save, the more money you save. Find other great tips at energysaver.gov.
Colorado State football improved its winning streak to 8-1 last Saturday against San Jose State. The Spartans put up quite the fight but fell to the Rams 38-31. The Rams' offense once again proved to be a force worth noticing, racking up 403 yards total. Junior running back D. Hart led the way for the Rams with a career high of 4 touchdowns on 24 carries. CC's game this Saturday against Hawaii will take place at Hughes Stadium for a kickoff time of 5 p.m. The game will be televised on ESPNU, the Mountain West, and ESPN. The CSU volleyball team dropped its first match in 18 wins last Saturday to UNLV. The defeat brought CSU's record to 23-2 and its first Mountain West loss. The Rams are now sitting at number 10 in the coach's top 25 poll, but they're looking at the bigger picture. The Rams raised one spot to number 13 in the RPI, which will play a role in NCAA tournament seeding. Colorado State looks to bounce back from their first conference loss at Fresno State this week. The women's swimming and diving team had its second home meet last Saturday at Moby Pool. Colorado State earned a victory that afternoon, splitting during the double duel meet against San Diego State and Idaho. CSU will host a home meet for the third time in a row next Saturday against New Mexico State. That's all for sports. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Olivia. Journalism alumni Darla Roselle is making waves in the book industry as she has published the first of her 4 books called The Cobalt Domain.
The
Cobalt Domain is a sci-fi thriller written by Darla Roselle, a CSU alumni who takes influences from her time spent on campus and uses them in the main character, Casey.
Is incredibly curious. She asks questions when she's not supposed to, and she asks for answers that she's not supposed to know. And so in many ways, she is like the journalism student that we all want to be or aspire to be. As a matter of fact, I'm just starting the 4th book. I finished the trilogy, and in the 4th book, she is a journalism student at CSU, so the main character.
The idea to write a book came from Roselle's son, Max, who got tired of hearing the same stories over and over from her before bed.
So I started writing this, I started telling him the story about a girl that got lost in the woods. And every night, rather than reading a book, he wanted to know, well, what's going on with the girl that's lost in the woods? And so I continued to tell this story. And one night my husband listened in and he said, what story are you telling him? I've never heard this story before. And I said, oh, I'm just making it up as I go. He said, you should actually write it down. It's pretty good. And so I thought, oh, okay, maybe I will. And I started to write that night and literally did not stop for a year and a half, and I ended up with this trilogy.
Roselle wasn't just influenced by her son Max, but her yoga background as well. Darla owns and teaches yoga at Mindstream Yoga in Fort Collins.
Teaching a yoga class and doing it, hundreds and hundreds of times, I realized I can make up a story as I go along, and every single day make up something different, something more, new things, a twist on things, and that's how I gained the confidence to be able to write this book.
Roselle hopes to get the Cobalt Domain in bookstores in northern Colorado very soon. You can find the Cobalt Domain on Amazon.com. That is all the time we have this evening, but the news doesn't stop here. Check it all out on collegian.com.
That's right, and also be sure and follow us on Twitter at CollegianC. Have a wonderful night, everyone.